Welcome to Refresh Mindfulness, a well-being program in Juniper Communities, senior living, and in particular, I am broadcasting to you from Juniper Village, Brookline in central Pennsylvania. I'm Sultram and I will be your host today. Refresh Mindfulness. Let's unpack that a little bit. Refresh, of course, is just to renew, remember, reboot, start again. Fresh start. And mindfulness has to do with our natural human ability to slow down and simply notice what's going on within us and around us. When we know that, we can engage with life more fully and hopefully have more satisfaction. So I'd like to start today by checking in. I'd like you to have a comfortable seat, sitting in a relaxed way, and lowering your gaze or closing your eyes, and asking this question: how's my body doing? You might consider what's working well today, or just what's working at all. So your breath is working, your heart is pumping, your ears, when you open them, your eyes. Hopefully, there are many things that you can appreciate with your body today. And how's your mind doing? Are you alert or maybe a little bit sleepy? Do you have the ability to focus on a little detail or to open to a greater view? And how's your spirit or your mood? Are you up today or are you a little bit down? It happens to all of us. And sometimes we fluctuate within one day, going up and down. So let's use the breath and some gentle movement and our ability to imagine. We'll have a little bit of story time later. Let's use all those things to support our body, our mind, and our spirit. One of the things I love about this refresh session with you is being able to connect over the miles at a time when social distancing is difficult for all of us. It's wonderful to be able to connect through the voice and through sight. So let's celebrate our connection during this time together. We're going to start by loosening up our bodies and just nodding our head yes. Just a nice, slow, long, luxurious yes. And then we'll nod the head no. Next time you come to a shoulder, swing your chin to the other shoulder. I think we should call this swivel head. And now we're going to raise one shoulder and drop. Raise the other one and drop. Let's do that again. That felt good. And now roll those shoulders back so you have a nice open chest. Breathe in through that chest. And now roll the shoulders forward. Round your back. And sit up. And now we're just going to swing the elbows and the hands and the arms. They all are connected. They all go together. And put the hands on the shoulders and do a little swimming motion. So now feel the full, whatever is your full amount of motion, and then reverse it. And I'd like to remind you that any time I suggest something that your body doesn't want to do or can't do today, just make it smaller or sit that one out and observe. We actually get a lot of benefit in our body, our mind, and our mood simply by observing others or observing the world around us. It's entertaining. Now let's wiggle the fingers and the rest of the body. Maybe you even want to scrunch up your face a little bit. And now with hands on your hips, lean forward with your torso and circle back around, making nice big circle with the upper part of the body. This has got to be one of my favorite moves. And now we'll go the other direction, leaning out as far as you can. And we'll go around one more time. Great. And now I'm going to move to my chair in the back of the room so that you can get the whole body picture because we're moving on down to the legs. Wonderful. And I will speak up. I hope you can still hear me. So the next things we're going to do is rise up on our toes and the knees come up. And then we're going to set down the foot. Up on the toes, down on the heel. One more, up on the toes, and down on the heel. And now we're going to do a little bit of breathing so that we can take in and appreciate oxygen and therefore energy as much as possible. And when we exhale, we can let go of any toxins that our body doesn't need. So as we inhale, sitting tall, inhale, we're going to raise the head like we did when we said yes. And then we're going to bring it down, and as we exhale, just slump the body a little bit. And then inhale, sit up straight and look up. Exhale, nod your head down. And one more, come up, 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 and come back to center. Let's take a resting breath. One of my teachers used to say, breathe in like you're smelling the roses, and breathe out like you're blowing out the candles. See if you can feel that breath come in your nose and go out your mouth. And now we're going to add a little movement to that. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, the hands go down. Inhale, your hands float up, and exhale as they come down. Beautiful. Now we'll add a little more movement to the breath. So take one hand and put it on the side of your chair. We're going to use this to lean on. And inhale, bring that other hand up over the head, or however high you like it. Reach through the fingertips, and then let it gracefully come down again. And let's go up. We're going to stay here for a breath. Your next exhale, come down. And we'll go one more time. Reaching for the sky. and let it go. Lovely. Now let's go to the other side. We're going to have the hand that is straight on the side of our chair. Inhale, bring the other hand up. Now if you have an arm on your chair, you could lean on the arm and let that support you. Inhaling up and stretch. Breathe out and come back down. And now putting hands on hips, sitting tall with a straight back, we're going to just lean forward as far as we feel is comfortable. And then coming back up. And again, exhale forward. Breathe in and up. Leaning forward, breathe out. And come back to center where we always meet. We meet in the center. Now, take hold of your thigh and just really raise your leg. You don't need your hands there, but it's interesting to feel that muscle working. And so we're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, you can do it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, I might have been wrong in saying you can do it because we're different every day. And if you can't do it, please just put your foot down and rest. Okay, so we're going to raise the other leg, maybe support it with the hands. Feel that muscle working for 10, 9, 8, 7. Put it down whenever you need to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. All right. Sitting back in your chair so that your back is supported, bring up one foot and rotate it with an extended leg and point and flex. I'm telling you, this is almost as good as a foot massage. Feels so wonderful. And put the foot down, raise the other foot, circle. Imagine that you're touching all of the numbers on a clock face. The kind of clock that has numbers on it in a circle, the old-fashioned clocks. And then go the other way and point and flex. Excellent. Bring your other foot up and just do a little flutter kick. Sort of keep your legs straight, but your feet are going up and down and you're poised. Your toes are pointed forward. And now, do a little scissors kick. Cross your legs. One on top of the other and then switch. 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 Wonderful. Let's try the same thing with our hands and our arms. So we're going to bring them up. And first we're going to do the flutter kick. And now we're going to open and close. Remember how we switched? Switch. One arm on top, other arm on top. Get a little rhythm going here. All right. Now, we're going to put them together. So let's bring up the legs and bring up the hands. Now, if this today is too strenuous for you, just do either the hands or the legs. But some of us are going to give it a try. So first we do our flutter kick, and then we switch, switch. Put one hand on top, other hand on top, Same thing with the legs. We got it going. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, rest. Whew. I don't know about you, but that got my blood flowing, definitely. And now I'm going to come forward because I'd like to share a story with you. I have found in this time of social distancing that I am being kept very good company by stories, whether it's an audio book, the radio, a good read, or even a friend talking to a friend on the phone and they tell me stories from their life. So I recently read a story that really inspired me, and I thought that I would share it with you. This story is about Walt Disney. Walt Disney had just created a new ride in Disneyland. And the ride, I think it's called the Pirates of the Caribbean, but he based the environment on New Orleans. So it was a southern environment at night, a warm, sultry, humid night. And he took the ride and he said, something is missing, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So he put out the word to his employees in all different positions, different jobs, and he said, please go on this ride, and then we'll get together. We'll have a town hall meeting. So in the meeting, he said to them, you know, this ride is almost finished, but not quite, because something is missing. Now, I ask you, he said, does it look right? And they said, well, yeah, sure, the costumes are great, the set design is perfect, it looks just like New Orleans. He said, okay, does it smell right? And they said, oh, yes, we can smell the Cajun cooking and the brine, and let me see. They said some other thing about what they could smell. Gunpowder, moss, and seawater. And then he said, does it feel right? Is it the right temperature or humidity? Oh, yes, it's a warm southern night. It's just right. And then he asked, does it sound right? And they said, yes, indeed. We can hear the music, the voices, the boats in the distance, and even animals. So having covered all those bases, he said, so what is it? Do you have any idea what we could do to make this complete? There was a long pause. People seemed to be out of ideas and inspiration. And then one young man piped up and he said, well, you know, growing up in the South at night, we would have a lot of lightning bugs. And Walt Disney said, that's it. We need lightning bugs. And so that was just the icing on the cake. It was a thing that satisfied him, that made his project complete. So why am I telling you this story? Number one, I love lightning bugs, and just imagining all those little dots of light, almost like bulbs on a Christmas tree, shimmering in the night. It's just the most beautiful, inspiring image. But also, I wanted to suggest that each of us, you and I, we consider, is there something that we need help with that we can't quite get on our own? And who could we ask? Is there a friend or a number of people that we could ask to help us so that we could be satisfied. So that's my invitation to you, to reach out to a friend when it could be something that enhances your life. And I wish you the best this coming week. We'll do this again next week. And may your week be filled with goodness and ease and delight. Take good care, and goodbye until next time.